Thank you so much for stopping by my channel, 521 Investments, Wealth Builders. Well, I'm back from the Black Wealth Summit that was held 8 through 9 November. And before I share with you some things I learned at the summit on another video, I would also like to share some of my experiences while driving in the city of Washington, D.C. Now, I did not know while driving in the city, it was designed on a grid. And the streets run north and south are numbered. They had numbers on them. East and west streets are lettered. I was not familiar with how DC grid worked, so I was both surprised and frustrated while driving around. Now, I always say on my videos, it is very important to understand financial language when you're building wealth, but it's also important to understand how a city grid works, especially when you're driving around. Now, when I was driving around, have you ever heard the commercial about Babel? It was just Babel to me. It was another language and I really didn't understand. Now, the first event I attended was a meet and greet at the Marriott Hotel, and it was on 901 Massachusetts Avenue, Northwest in DC. When I finally got to the hotel, I could not find a place to park, and I did not see a parking garage, and I did not want to pay valet parking because it was a meet and greet event. Now, I finally found a park, and it was a metered parking spot that only took cards. And when I called the number that was on the meter, I could not get my card to get it approved. Then my financial institution fraud alert called me and asked me that I authorize these charges. So I had a conversation with them. So I was frustrated, babble. But I went into the hotel and I said to the other guests at the meet and greet, I didn't feel confident where I was parked, so I left. Now, we also had another event. It was a VIP reception that was held at the Park Restaurant at 920 14th Street, Northwest, Washington, D.C. I went around and around and around. It just felt like I was going in a square, around and around and around until I found a place to park. Now, it was located across from the Hamilton Building and the Washington Post. I did not have to pay for the parking spot, and the event that I attended, the VIP, was really nice. Now, that restaurant had 4 levels, and there was an event on each level. But I had a good time. I met a lot of good people, and we had a lot of interesting conversation. But when I left that restaurant, not 30 feet from the restaurant, there were homeless people. And I stopped and I began to engage and talk to them. And we had some very interesting conversation. And one of the guys said, and I asked him why was he on the street. And his words, not mine, he was blaming it on his family. That's what I was getting out of it. He was saying it was cause of things that happened in his family. I don't know that. I'm only going by what he said. But the universal language of homeless people is money, because he wanted me to give him some money, and I gave him some money because, again, I was at the Park Restaurant. We were all dressed up. They had great food in there. They had cocktails. They have beverages, the point of bacon on every level. The crowd was real friendly. A lot of wealthy people were in that place, and I was there. But the point I'm making here, not less than 25 feet from the park, I met homeless people, and that universal language was money. Now, that's all happened on Friday, on the 8th. On the 9th, the Blackwoods Wealth Summit was held at the Howard Theater, 620 T Street Northwest in D.C. Now, there were some parking spots, but they were all taken. But some cops came up, and I said, I better ask them, could I park? Because one finally came open, but it says, you may be told. So I talked to the cops there, and they said, well, I don't know. You better not take no chance. But they were very nice cops. So what I did, I followed them, and it was pouring over in a street, and they said, park there. So they were very nice. So I parked there, and I didn't have any trouble. So I give a shout out to those cops in DC. So the point of this video is sharing my driving experiences. So what did I learn from my driving experiences while in DC? Be thankful for my Waze navigation app. That's Waze, W-A-Z-E, navigation app that I have on my phone. Now, that app had trouble with the streets, but got me where I needed to be. The point I'm making, embrace technology. Embrace technology. Just think if I was driving in the city and I was trying to read a map. Embrace technology. Now, my second experience that I want to share. I do not think I would like living in a metropolitan area, even if places and events are within walking distance. I don't really think I would like living in, and I could change my mind, but it's all about our experiences. The next thing I experienced, homeless people are everywhere, by choice or no opportunity. Again, homeless people are everywhere, by choice or no opportunity. Now, please subscribe and share this video. And again, I will share on upcoming videos things I learned at this summit and plan to put in action. Again, if you're looking for passive real estate investing, hands off, send me an email and you will get an invite from Fundrise. I started this December, coming up 2 years. I started the process 2 years, almost 2 years ago, and I am experiencing the result. But again, I had to do something to get the process started. Until we meet again, peace.